Hi guys. Okay, let's see if anyone can see me. Let me know if you guys hop in and can see me so I know this is working. Hi guys, start to say hi so I can see you. Okay, I see a couple people hopping on. Hi everyone. Okay, I'll give it another minute and make sure you have your business activity tracker before we get started. Everyone should have that already. So we are going to be working from our business activity tracker. So make sure you have that and we will get started. Okay, I'm first going to tell you a little bit about me. I am Jamie Glassman. I have been coaching for a little over a year. I'm also a fitness instructor at a studio called Soul Cycle. And I've been doing this business for a little over a year. Like I said, we finished 5-star elite last year and just have had incredible momentum. So I'm really excited to talk to you guys and actually just like sit down and work because I want this to be really helpful and just really something where we're all actually putting in work. This is not going to be me just talking and sharing. This is going to be all of us actually doing work together. So if you guys have questions at any point about anything that I'm saying or whatever I'm doing, feel free to post it in the comments. So everyone has this correct. If you don't, this is not going to be as helpful for you because we are going to be working straight from the business tracker. Okay, so first thing I like to do when I'm sitting down to do work, I like to like set the mood. So I have candles lit, I have my desk is kind of organized and clean. That for me just really works best if I'm working and things are all over the place. I am really filled with distractions. So I make sure that I'm kind of setting the tone, setting the mood. If I'm going to sit down and do work for 45 minutes to an hour, it's going to be really intentional and really focused because you could spend hours doing this, or you can spend 1 hour and you can get a lot more done in 1 hour, you know, as opposed to a couple hours of just like scatteredness. So make sure you have a space ready to go. Something that also really helped me when I got started, I know we have a lot of new coaches on here. I was working from my car and my kitchen table when I first started, which was great. It actually did move my business forward. But I remember month 2, I decided I needed to create a space for myself. And it wasn't like I had this huge business, but I really just felt like if I was going to be a CEO of my own business, I needed this space to feel like I had my own office. So that is something that really I feel like helped me. If anyone's working from your kitchen table, like find a little small space. This is like my second bedroom. Find a small space to just kind of have your work area. I feel like it really, really helps just keep you organized and feel, I don't know, for me, it made me feel more like I was running a business. So that also helped. Okay, so working from this tracker, you guys, I didn't use this for my first 4 months of my business. And I feel like now that we have this, I am like making all of my coaches to use this. This is, I mean, you've heard it 100 times before, probably already this year, but this is 100% what I'm working from now. When I first started, I was talking to so many people, connecting with so many people, and everything just felt like I was on this hamster wheel because I couldn't keep up with all the invites, who I was talking to, what I was doing, the follow-ups. I had no idea how to track anything. And now that they've created this is literally the most simple laid out tracker that you're going to find, and this is what we should all be using. So I can't tell you enough how incredible this is. I actually have a binder that I put all, it says 80 day, but this is where I put all of my trackers in, and you know, I can go back into people like following weeks to follow up and stuff. So for me, I'm also going to try to keep up with comments if you guys have any, but I'm going to just work from here for now. For me, numbers 1, 3, and 4 on this tracker are pretty much automatic. I do them without even thinking about it. I wake up, I drink my Shakeology. I don't even think about it. I get my workout in the morning. I automatically post clips to my stories. Like that to me isn't even like work. I'm just doing it no matter what. It's so automatic to me at this point. It's basically like brushing my teeth. And I think that is something that we should all get into the habit of, like posting your food, posting your shake, getting your workout. And that to me should just become a habit at this point. So for me, 1, 3, and 4. So being proof of the product, that automatic I do in the morning. 3, getting people results. I am checking in my challenge groups in the morning and at night. I usually set my my post for the next day. I set it, I schedule it before, so I don't have to worry about that in the morning. And then in the morning, I check in with my challengers. I like all their stuff. I see what's going on, and then I move on. So that doesn't take a lot of time either. And I remember when I first started, I spent my day in that challenge tracker. I felt like I had to be answering constantly. I had to be checking with my challengers constantly, when that's not really, number one, what you need to be doing, and number 2, what's going to move your business forward. So I know I wasted a lot of time. Constantly, I had those notifications on. So if you have that in your challenge group, it is probably distracting, and it's probably going to take you away from the invites and the follow-ups and the stuff you need to get to help more people. So that is something that I kind of follow. I check in with my challenge groups in the morning, and I check in with them at night. And that's pretty much it. And so what was the 4th? Oh, and personal development. I do that right when I wake up. I don't even think about it. If I have a long drive, or I usually have class 4 times a week. So if I'm driving, I know I'm going to do it then. But those are the things that to me are just so automatic. Number 2, this whole section is the part that I feel like is the work. Like that to me feels like I got to sit down, be really intentional, because this is the stuff that really moves your business needle forward. And it's also something that is so easy not to do, because we don't want to do it, right? It's like, it's annoying to send out invites. You might think that that's like the last thing you want to do, but this is like the meat of what I really feel like is the most important to do every single day. So I want to kind of go through that number 2 part together and kind of show and share what I do, because we should all be proof of the products. I don't need to show you guys how to do that. Same with getting people results. That's just a part of what we do in the challenge groups. I run mine through the challenge tracker. I've tried Facebook. For me, it's not what I love as much. And then personal development. I think those things should just be so routine at this point for you if you are doing it every single day. So I want to focus on connect, invite, and follow up. Do you guys all have this out? Hopefully. I don't know if there's any comments going on. Okay. So we're just going to work from here, and I want this to be really helpful for you guys. So I'm just going to share what I do. For social media, especially at the beginning, I would spend an hour or 2 trying to craft a social media post. And I found that was really taking so much of my time up. And what I have done now, or what I've switched over, is that I will think about that the day before. So not necessarily planning all of my posts out, but I like to think about what I'm going to post the next day on social media. So you're not spending a long time that's wasting time thinking about something to post on social media or captions. So for me, I like to plan ahead. What do I want to talk about? Am I talking about coaching that day, or am I talking about challenge groups, or do I have something like, do I have an event going on that I'm going to really post about, or something special that I'm going to post about? So I kind of try to create that early on the day before, so I have an idea of what I'm posting, because you posting on social media isn't really like the work that you need to be doing. That is also on the side, but I don't think that is what we should be focusing on when you're intentionally sitting down to build your business. It should be number 2, connect, invite, and follow-ups. So let's just get started, and we're going to start with 20 minutes of connections and followers. For me, what I do is I automatically go to my stories, and they actually have a new, I think it's a new feature. So when you go to your stories and you check out your viewers, if you go all the way to the bottom, I actually just started seeing this. All the way to the bottom, it shows you all of these people that you might not follow that's watching your stories. So for me, that's a really good place to start. I need to start connecting with these people. They're watching me. So maybe I'm not going to send them an invite right now, but these are people that I want to start engaging with and having conversations with. Maybe in the next 20 minutes, I will invite them, but I'm just going to go through and start conversations. So there's a lot of different ways you can start conversations or like and engage with people. I like to go to hashtags that connect with me. I am newly engaged, so I kind of go to that bridal engagement hashtag, or I used to be a first grade teacher, so I often look at teacher hashtags. I do Soul Cycle and a lot of the fitness studios. I'll kind of check out those hashtags. So there's a ton of different ways that you can find and engage with new people, but I want to make this 20 minutes really about that. So I'm going to set a timer, and this is not invites. This is separate. This is you just really connecting with people, because that is going to eventually lead to the invites and the follow-ups, but we need to make sure you're not just like jumping in and trying to invite someone, because that can be really icky. And I know I said no to this business 100 times before. I had gotten asked by so many coaches that were just randomly messaging me, and I wanted nothing to do with this business because of that, and it felt really icky. So I don't really ever just randomly send an invite like that unless I know they're watching me or they follow me. So to find new followers and new people, I like to go to new hashtags, or maybe if you have like an influencer that you love, go to their followers. I'll go to some fitness bloggers that I love, because I'm a fitness professional, so that kind of relates to me. Go to any kind of person that relates to you, and you can go to their followers list. So I'm going to set a timer, and we are going to just do this together. So does everyone have like even a hashtag that they're going for, or even a location? Like I actually did this yesterday. I love Phil's Coffee. It's like a coffee shop down the street. And I just went to that location. You just I typed in Phil's Coffee, and I went to the location, and there was like some really cute girls just taking pictures of their coffee. So those are girls that I'm going to connect with. And it can be anything, like even that small, just something that you love. If you're like a Target person and you're obsessed with Target, find little Target locations or hashtags and just connect with these people. So we're going to spend 20 minutes of no inviting, connection. So comment, likes, or adding new followers. And I want you to keep track of them. This is what I do, at least. If there's someone like really good that I know I want to follow up with, or I know that like they look like they could be an awesome coach or an awesome challenger, I write them down on my list. I write them down, and then right now I'm just engaging with them. So maybe tomorrow or in 2 days, I'll go back to this list, and I'm going to go back to those people and maybe do that same thing over again. And so then the third time I can follow, or I can invite. So I like to really build the connection first. So we're going to spend 20 minutes uninterrupted of just connections, follows, and that whole thing. So make sure you're commenting on people's pictures. That people love that. If you want people to comment on yours, you should be commenting on theirs, and make it something other than like cute. Like try to really look at what they're about, or engage with what the picture is actually saying. I had a girl invite me one time, and I had just posted about something like really heartbreaking to me. So it just felt so inauthentic, because I was going through like a horrible, rough time, and she was inviting me to, I don't know, it just didn't feel like she had paid any attention to what I was going through or what was relatable at the time. So try to just really see what is happening in their life, and start a conversation with that way, or engage with them in that way. Okay, 20 minutes on the clock. If you guys have questions, I'll be kind of reading through if you guys do, or if you have any comments or anything, and we are gonna get started. Okay, 20 minutes, ready? Okay, let's do it. I work my business 100% on Instagram. If you're on Facebook, that is great also. But just figure out what works for you. You can go to Friends of Friends if you do Facebook. There's a lot of different ways, and just start with one hashtag or one friend that you can go through their follower list too. So if you guys are just jumping on, we're doing number 2 in the business tracker, and we are just initiating connections and adding followers. So maybe you're going to go to a hashtag or a studio that you love or a coffee shop or a store that you love and just start connecting with people. Don't just follow, follow, follow. I like to like a bunch of like their last 3 pictures and make comments about whatever they're posting, and really just genuine connections, you know. This girl posted a really cute picture of her and her boyfriend, so I'm going to say something about that. So just kind of engage with people, not inviting anyone to anything right now. And I'm writing this girl down because she looks great and really cute, and she could be an amazing coach. So I'm just kind of putting her down on my radar. I don't keep everyone down on this tracker sheet, but especially not the connections right away. But if someone really stands out to me, I will definitely do that. So Sabrina, how do I select the hashtag that I'm searching for? I just figure out my my hashtags based on my interests or what I do. So I'm newly engaged, so I might look up bride hashtags or wedding hashtags. I also used to be a teacher, so I would look up teacher hashtags, first grader teacher hashtags. I also am a fitness instructor, so I'll look at different studios for that. If you're a mama, a boy mom, maybe you want to look at those hashtags. So really just finding hashtags that kind of relate to you. If you have a cat, maybe you are going to find some cat hashtags, stuff like that. So things that you can connect with people on. So if I like to write down who I'm following, and if I'm following someone and they really are someone that I could see being a great challenger or a great coach, then I will write them down and make sure I'm going to follow up with them. I definitely, Hannah, I wouldn't worry about anyone's follower number. I don't even look at their follower numbers. I have had coaches sign up with 30,000 followers and not do well. And I've had coaches sign up with 200 followers and kill it. So I don't think the number of followers matters. And if they're not messaging you back, then that has nothing to do with their followers. That just might be, we all get ghosted. So that could just be someone based on them not being interested at the time. So I don't think you should base your connections or follow-ups or anything on the number of followers that someone has. And sometimes if I'm keeping track of these people, I like to include the hashtag that I was following them under. So if it's weddings, I know these people are all either getting married or they have something to do with brides or engaged. So it can kind of help me for my next conversation that I'm going to have, or my invite that I'm going to follow up with them about. Oh, that's so smart, Ashley. Saved buckets on Instagram. So instead of writing their names down, I kind of have like a dream coach list also. I definitely have like every month a list of people that I really want to build connections upon, and I'm inviting a little bit more for. Okay, so we still have about 10 minutes. So I hope you guys are actually doing work and finding this helpful. How do you get others interested when starting? I don't know if I understand that question. You mean starting coaching? You have to obviously be showing up every single day. So another thing I will say is if you're starting and sharing and making connections with people and inviting them, if you're doing number two but you're not showing up on social media, they're going to go back and look at what you're doing, and if you have nothing to show for it, there's no connection there. So I often will have coaches that aren't showing up on social media, but then they will invite people, but that's not doing anything either. You have to really have both. You can't just have social media post, and you can't just behind the scenes invite. I really think there needs to be that connection, because if I'm inviting someone or if I'm connecting with them right now, maybe they're probably going to my profile tonight and going to go check me out. And I need to make sure that they're seeing what I'm doing so they know there's something available to them. Yeah, so I say to get people started in general, yes, you have to invite them and build connections, but you have to show up on social media. You have to be posting your workouts. You have to be sharing a little bit of your life also outside of Beachbody. I like to share and tell people that I feel like as an influencer, which is what we all are, you need to share not just Beachbody. You need to start opening up your life a bit more and sharing things that interest you. Think about your favorite blogger or someone that you follow. I follow all these fashion bloggers now, and I don't even care about their clothes. I've now fallen in love with the characters in their story. I fall in love with the characters in their life. And something that I started following them for, I don't even follow them for anymore. So I feel like it's the same for us as well. You can't just share Beachbody. People have to fall in love with you and your life and who you are, and have Beachbody there as well. If that makes sense. Okay, guys, we're going to wrap this up in 3 minutes. So if you guys just jumped on, we are just engaging, connecting with followers, finding hashtags of or locations of things that you love and enjoy, or something that is about you. Maybe you're a teacher or a dentist, or you're a mom, or you have dogs. Just focus on those hashtags and finding people to just connect with. We're not inviting, we're just connecting. I think we have a couple new people. If you guys just joined, we're just working from our business activity tracker. We are doing number 2, where we are initiating connections and follow up and followers. So we're adding new followers based on hashtags that we love or locations. Okay, so my alarm just went off, so that was 20 minutes. So you should have really started engaging with people, liking stuff, commenting, and at least finding those hashtags that connect to you. And I feel like I was just doing Soul Cycle and this coffee shop that I love, and I could probably do that for 4 more days, 5 more days, and it just keeps, you can even use these same hashtags because people are always using them. So I think it's really important to just find the things that you love and enjoy, or your passions, or your job, something that connects to you, and just continue to use those hashtags and to add followers. So next, we are going to move on. So I like to check that off. Okay. And do social media posts that showcases the benefits of your healthy lifestyle or has a call to action. So I did that this morning. That's not something that I like to sit down and think about. I like to have that already pre-planned. So it doesn't, like this time I want to actually spend on the connections, the invites, and the follow-ups. So now we're going to do, this says invite, respond to all new likes, comments, or views. So 25 minutes, that is pretty much just responding to, I like to reach out to people on my stories. So my first is I'll go to people on my stories now. Then I will do anyone that has liked or commented my last like 10 pictures. What I like to do, I also saw that Katrina said she leaves voice notes. I leave a lot of voice memos, and especially with people that are already watching my stuff, I'll leave them voice memos. And if it's someone that I've never even spoken to, let's say I'll go into someone and I click on them and I look at my messages and I've never messaged with them before, and they have been following me and I see that they're watching my stuff, I will send them a voice memo. I just think it really adds an extra element of like that connection and makes people really feel like they know who you are and they can relate to you. So I'll just send them something as simple as like, hey, Jamie, I don't know if you've been seeing any of the stuff that I've been doing, but I run these accountability groups every month. And if you ever wanted to jump in, I would love to have you. And if not, just wanted to say hi and hope all is well. So that at least is sending that initial, just like, hey, wanted to say hi, let you know what I'm up to. It's not like you're forcing them to do anything. You're just simply, they're watching you. So I think anyone that is watching your stuff is an automatic easy invite, that it's like they're inviting you to invite them because you're watching them. That is something that they're clicking on every single day to see what you're up to. And if you are as consistent as we should be, then they know what to expect, right? They know that every time they click on your name, they're going to see one of 5 or 6 things. They know what to expect now because you've been so consistent, or you should be so consistent. So if people are still watching my stories, then I know that means that they're pretty interested in either what I do as a coach or a challenger, or just in my life in general. So I think that allows me to have a conversation with them. So responding to all new likes, comments, or views. We're going to spend, I don't know if we're supposed to be taking the whole hour of this. Let's just do 10 minutes on this. So I first will do my stories. And then once if you don't have a lot of people watching your stories, go to your likes and your comments. And if you run out from there, I feel like it all works as this funnel of you getting more followers because of the initial connections and follow-up and followers that you were adding before. So if you have done this every single day, you're going to be getting new eyes on your page. You're going to be getting new followers. So that's why it's really important to not skip any of these steps, and it should work as this like seamless funnel. So you'll have people that are watching your stuff and new people that are commenting and engaging with you because you've been doing that maybe for the last couple of weeks with them. Does that make sense? So let's spend about 10 minutes, we'll say, just because I don't want to run out of time and I want to get to actual invites and follow-ups, just responding to people that are watching your stories or commenting or likes on your stuff. Cool? And as simple as maybe if you want to send them an invite with, if they are looking at your stories, I will send invites to those people. It just depends on, for me at least, it just depends on if we have not connected before. If they're watching my stuff and we've not connected before, I might send them a voice note and just say, hey, Katie, I know we haven't talked in a while if I knew them from before, but I just want to say hi and see how you're doing, and I hope all is well. That's it. Or if I don't even know them, I'll just say, hi girl, I'm Jamie. Thank you for supporting all my stuff. I just wanted to reach out and say hi and just kind of connect with you through here. So really casual. I don't use any scripts. I don't make it so overcomplicated. I just talk to people like they're humans, because they are. This is just talking to people like you would when you see someone at the coffee shop. Just human interaction, human connection. So I really don't believe on having full scripts and copying and pasting, because I think it depends on who you're talking to. So we're going to do 10 minutes of going through. So if you guys just joined, we're going through viewers, likes, comments. And if you run out of that, then go back to your people that you were just inviting and connecting with and start engaging with them or finding new followers and stuff. You can spend more time on that if you need to find more people. Okay, so let's do that for 10 minutes. So right now I'm going to go into my stories. I have a lot of people that I've already invited before, but I'm just going to reconnect with them. Maybe they're old challengers. Maybe they're people that never signed up with me, but I invited them before. I'm just going to go back in and connect with them. So let's do about 10 minutes through that. Ready? Okay, go. So I really only write people down if I'm sending an invite to them, or if there's someone that I know that I really want to come back to. I'm not writing everybody down that I connect with and that I talk to, Arlene. I just feel like there's way too many people that I would be writing down. So usually if I'm sending them an invite, or if I'm sending them something through a message, I'll be able to see back in that message if I invited them before. So I won't write everybody down, but I'll write people that are either responding back to me, or we're having conversation, or I feel is going to be someone I really want to connect with at a later time. Oh, and I just got a bunch of new followers. I don't know if you guys can have had that, but I was following a bunch of new people, so they're following me back. So that should be happening too. If you're following people, they're going to follow you back and hopefully start to watch your stuff. And then you'll have someone that you've invited. I just invited this girl 7 times from what I'm looking at my stories, 7 times. And she never responds. She's ghosted me all 7 times, but she's still watching me every day. So those are people to also keep on your radar. If they're watching you, they're going to come around and you have to keep inviting them. So I'm going to reach out to her right now, again, for the 8th time. And this time I'm probably going to leave a voice note. So I'll just show you guys as an example. Hi, Lindsay. I know we've talked a bunch before, and I know I've invited you to join coaching, but I really still think you would be incredible at it. I keep seeing all the stuff you're posting, and you would just make an incredible coach. So if you would want to hop on a call or talk more, or want any more information, I would love to chat with you, and I hope to talk to you soon. That's it. She might ghost me again, but I'm just adding those extra ways of connecting with her. She's going to listen to that. She's going to hear my voice. It wasn't scripted. That I like said a bunch of times, but I think it's really authentic to just send someone a voice note or send them even a video. I make a fool out of myself sometimes when I'm sending people videos, but it really just shows that you're interested and you care about them and that you really do believe. I've asked this girl 8 times, so she's going to start to believe that I really do feel like she's going to be an amazing coach, right? It's also kind of instilling that belief in them, because a lot of time people don't believe, you just saying they would make an awesome coach. But if you say it 8 times, they might start to believe that. So that's just what I do. If you guys are just joining us, we are just connecting, responding to new likes, comments, and views. Maybe it's an invite, or maybe it's just commenting on people that have commented on stuff you've posted. So I posted something today. I'm going right now through my likes, and I'm just going through my likes and talking to them, starting a conversation with them. So something that I also like to do, so if you, that's why this is so important to be consistent. If you've been doing this, oh, the timer's up. But if I felt like I was running out of people in my stories or in my posts or comments, I would go back into, let's say this was, I also dated. This was a week ago. I would go back into these people and I would go back and maybe connect with them again, you know, and like, comment again, just to kind of add that extra connection there before I maybe invite them. So I also, you know, have lists of people that I could go back into. That's why this is really important to track. So you have these people and you can always go back when you feel like you don't know what to do during that time. Okay. So last part we're going to do is actual invites. So it says invite people at least 5 to join a challenge group or learn about coaching. I will just say this. I think you have to do way more than 5 invites. I think 5 invites a day is not going to really, you're going to have to count on 5 of those saying no. So I think it should be more like 10 to 20, especially because invites can be so quick now that you can get 10 out in like 10 minutes, 11 minutes. So we're going to spend the last 10 minutes of this to really just go into inviting. And like I said before, I like to send voice notes, or sometimes I'll do a mixture of things. I'll send actual texts or invites through voice notes or video chat. So it really just depends on if I've talked to them before, if this is a brand new connection, or if it's someone that I've talked to in the past that I actually know, I'll leave them a voice note. So it kind of just depends on who they are and the connection we've had prior to. So we're going to spend the last 10 minutes doing that. This is actual invites. So anyone watching your stories, anyone liking your stuff, people, I don't invite cold. I don't invite anyone that hasn't been looking at my stuff. So I think when I'm engaging with people, my number one goal is to get people into my stories, to get people to see what I do into my life. So it's like an invitation into my life. Now I have all these people watching my stories. Those are the people I invite from. So I also really think that if you are running out of people, that you're not doing these things consistently. So maybe this is your first day doing it. Maybe it's your first week doing it. So maybe that is why you don't have as many people to invite, but you should constantly have people to invite if you're filtering them through this kind of like funnel. Okay, so we're gonna do this last 10 minutes of inviting. I'm gonna do a mixture of voice notes and texting and just whatever I feel is what I wanna do with those people. Would it be helpful if I share like the voice notes? I don't know if that's distracting or helpful for you guys, but let me know if you guys have specific questions for invites. And I'm going to set the timer, and we're going to do 10 minutes here. Okay. Do you guys want me to share my invites specifically when I'm posting? Okay, it is helpful. Okay. Here we go. 10 minutes. Gonna send invites. And I'm inviting to coaching right now. This is like my week that I am running a sneak peek on Thursday. So I'm kind of focusing more on coaching. It can be either to coaching or challenge groups, depending on what your main focus is right now. Hi, Taylor. I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm Jamie. I don't know if we've actually ever met before, but I am an online health coach, and I don't know if you've seen that I do these online accountability challenge groups, and I was wondering if you ever wanted more information or were thinking about jumping into my next group, but I would love to talk more if you've ever thought about it or want more information. So I'll talk to you later. Like, that wasn't amazing, but it was just, I just did it, you know, and I think we don't have to overthink it. I make it very casual, very much like I'm on the phone with someone, just chit-chatting with them. And a lot of the time I say, I don't know if you've ever thought about it, or I don't know if you've ever considered it. And a lot of the times they'll be like, no, I've actually not considered it, but what are they? Can you give me more information? So then that still leads to them asking questions about it. And then I can send them more information. Hi, Allie. I know I messaged you a couple of times before, but I do have another challenge group running in a couple weeks, and I wanted to see if you wanted to jump in or wanted more information. And if not, all good. Just wanted to say hi. That's it. So for that girl specifically, I know I'm focusing more on coaching right now, but I just felt like I wanted her to be a challenger because I wasn't, I've been inviting her to challenge groups, so I was going to invite her to the challenge. So sometimes I just go based on what I feel is going to be right for them. Hi, Alana. I know we haven't talked in a while, but you actually came up the other day when I was talking to Jordan. And I don't know if you've seen that I've been doing online health coaching, and we were just thinking how amazing you would be at this. And I think you would be such a good coach if you wanted to chat more. I don't know what you do now, but would love to talk more if you're looking for something to do on the side or just a way to help people, because I know you love health and fitness, and I would love to chat more about it. Just sent that. So this is a girl. I made that up. My fiance and I hadn't talked about it, but he is friends with us. She is friends with us, and I have a connection. I haven't talked to her in so long, but I just wanted to throw out that invite. So even throwing that initial invite, I'm not expecting a yes from these people. That's also something to keep in mind. I don't expect yeses from anyone. I expect them to continue to watch me once I invite them the first time. Okay, so you have to keep in mind that if you're inviting to get a yes, you're inviting for the wrong reason. You should be inviting them so they continue to watch you, so they continue to see what you're doing. And then on the second or the third invite, maybe they will say yes. But I know that I didn't say yes my first time, so I don't expect other people to say yes on the first time. If you guys want to type in the chat, like invites that you send, I'm happy to help you guys figure out wording or anything that you like to do. And also something to keep in mind, you guys, is that I am not responding to people that I messaged before. So this is 10 minutes of straight inviting, not going back to have conversations right now. I'll go back and have conversations with these people later, but this is straight invites that I'm just sending out. I'm not engaging because I think that that can distract you from sending more invites, and you can get stuck in one conversation for 20 minutes. So that's something that I like to do after. So now I just sent 2 actual text invites because this was the first time I was talking to them. And I just said, hey girl, just wanted to reach out and say hi and see if you've ever wanted to jump into one of my monthly challenges that I run. If not, all good. I love connecting through here either way. And I'm going to probably copy and paste that to a bunch of people right now. Okay, time is up. So Emily, how often do you go back and invite people who are continuing to watch your stories? It really just depends. I think if you only have the same 100 people, then that your main focus or a big part of your focus should be the first couple of steps. So you need to continue, add to your following and add to building those connections with new people so you can get new eyes on your page. But I still, would go into those 100 people and invite them every month. Or if they, every month you have something going on, I would invite them or follow up with them. So I think it really just depends on if they're talking to you and if they are ghosting you and they're still watching your stuff. I think invite them until they block you. I think that if people are still watching you, they're still interested. So I would keep inviting, but also spend a lot of your time. I think if you're using this and you're really focusing a lot on building connections and building relationships, people are going to continue to watch you. So hopefully you'll have more eyes on your page to invite. I hope that was helpful, you guys. Thank you. Hope that was helpful. If you guys have any questions, you can message me on Instagram at jglass. I don't really do Facebook a lot on my personal page, so I don't respond to anything there that much. But I hope this was helpful. Get to work. This number 2 is the meat. This is the inviting. This is the stuff that really is going to help move your business forward. I truly, truly believe this is 100% the secret sauce of the business. And the fact that anyone was doing this before this business or before we even had this now that we have this, it's just so helpful to keep track of everything. So get yourself a little binder, make one of these every single day or every single week or however you want to do your plans, but make sure you're using it. There's no reason if someone is telling you this is going to make you successful that you're not doing it. So hope that was helpful, you guys, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye, everyone.